we want to solve the following one-step equations. We've already solved one-step equations using whole numbers, but now we'll be using integers. But the steps are going to be exactly the same. The goal of solving a linear equation is to isolate the variable on one side of the equation. So for x plus 7 equals negative 24, our goal is to manipulate the equation so it's in the form of x equals some number. So we don't want this plus 7 on the left side of the equation with the x, so we need to undo plus 7 by performing the opposite operation on both sides of the equation. Well, the opposite of plus 7 is minus 7. So we can subtract 7 on the left side as long as we also subtract 7 on the right side of the equation. Plus 7 minus 7 is equal to 0, so now the x is isolated. And on the right side, we have negative 24 minus 7. And if we need to, we can write this subtraction problem as an addition problem. This is equivalent to negative 24 plus negative 7. And now we're adding integers with the same sign, so we add their absolute values, which would be 31, but we keep the sign of the original integers, so this is negative 31. So hopefully with some practice, we'll become more comfortable with subtracting these integers without having to rewrite them as addition problems. Negative 24 minus 7 is equal to negative 31. Therefore, x equals negative 31 is our solution. And for our second example, we have x plus 9 equals negative 21. Again, our goal is to isolate the variable on the left side of the equation in the form of x equals some number. So we want to undo this minus 9 by performing the opposite operation on both sides of the equation. Well, the opposite of minus 9 is plus 9. So we can add 9 on the left as long as we add 9 on the right side of the equation. So minus 9 plus 9 would be 0. So we're left with x on the left side, and then we have negative 21 plus 9. So we're adding integers with different signs. Notice the negative is going to outweigh the positive, so this sum is going to be negative, and then we subtract their absolute values. Well, the absolute value of negative 21 is 21, the absolute value of 9 is 9, and we always subtract the smaller from the larger. This is equal to 12, but we know our sum is negative, so x equals negative 12. And again, to check this using the money analogy, you can think of negative 21 as a loss of $21 and positive 9 as a gain of $9. So if we lose $21 and gain $9, we still have a loss of $12. So negative 12 makes sense.